What is up, rockers? Welcome back here to another Rise of Kingdoms content. So today we're going to talk about the top 5 marches that is widely used in Rise of Kingdoms in the RoK of Osiris. But here's the thing. These are field battle commanders. So this is going to be very effective still if you're going to be using this in your KVK. So let's take a look in here in the top 5 of the RoK of Osiris League that is widely used here in this 2022. Now let's take a look into the league stats and let's go into the commanders in here. And as you can see here in season 6, the most commanders used is Guanyu and Scipio Africanus. This has a 646 appearance in here, 10% of popularity, and a win rate of 51.24%. That's actually a pretty good win rate. And the second one that has the highest win rate in the top 5 here is actually Xiang Yu and William with a 54.89% win rate. But of course, it is about 50% less appearance compared to Guanyu and Scipio Africanus. And the next thing in here, it's going to be Alexander Nevsky and William as the secondary commander with a 50% win rate, 311 appearance. And then the last two that we have here, as you can see, there is 3 cavalry marches here. The last cavalry marcher is Alexander Nevsky and Joan of Arc. Now, this has a 47.77 win rate with a 381 appearance. The one in here is going to be Boudica and Yisong. Boudica being the primary. This is Boudica Prime with a 47.51% win rate. Now, this is also going to be very applicable when you are fighting in the open field when it comes to KVK as well. Now, the field battle commanders in here, there's a lot more, but this is pretty much the top 5 that we are looking into. Here is the next, up to top 10. You can see there's an Aethelflaed, Trajan, Neb, YSG, Guanyu, Alexander, which is kind of an outdated march now, Xiang Yu, Honda, Xiang Yu, Alexander, Nevsky. So let's first take a quick look of the Guanyu and Scipio Africanus. Alright, so with Guanyu and Scipio, this is a commander that I actually have, but I haven't maxed out Scipio yet. So this kind of pushed me towards to where like, okay, I really do need to max out Scipio, because I've done a video before with Guanyu and Scipio with 5511, and I actually did really well with just 5511 Scipio. But of course, if I max it out, it's definitely going to be a lot more powerful. Now, my Guanyu here is maxed out, and I think I really do need to set up with the Guanyu and Scipio. Now, Guanyu offers a high damage. We already know this. And, it also inflicts a silence in an AoE fashion at the same time. Basically, Guanyu is a very high DPS commander. Now, let's take a look at Scipio Prime, which I haven't maxed out yet, as I've mentioned. So let's take a look. Alright, with Scipio Prime here, it also offers a significantly high amount of damage. And successfully hitting the target also suffers 30% reduced health for 3 seconds. So this is just an absolutely really good combination to be used, especially in the RoK of Osiris. Now, in the open field battle, if you can inflict a lot of damage there, you're going to be able to knock out enemies left and right and be able to move forward and make a push. Now, Guanyu and Scipio, definitely a devastating factor to be seen in the battlefield. Scipio being the secondary, because Guanyu has that skill that it has to be a primary commander for a full effect to be taken over. What's nice about Scipio, it has a little bit of a tanking ability with this Tetsuda formation. You can see here is that there is a 50% chance of reducing the damage by 30% and forming a shield that covers up 3 allied troops for 250 damage factor at a max level of 500. The next combo that we have seen is going to be a cavalry combo, and this is a Joan of Arc combination. This is a Alexander and Joan of Arc. Now, I managed to unlock Joan of Arc. I will probably summon Joan of Arc. I'm still debating if I am going to max out Joan of Arc, because I think the combination of Alexander and Joan of Arc would be amazing. Now, granted that I maxed out Alexander, I do love Alexander. I think Alexander is one of the best cavalry marches out there. Great movement speed, great attack, great defense, just amazing commander to be used. Now, with the pair of Joan of Arc, it makes it a lot better because here you get a 2000 damage factor, deal skill damage up to 3 targets, forward facing fan shape area. Alright, that's huge, and rage restored by 20. So, Joan of Arc, gives attack bonus, marching speed even. I think I will definitely max out Joan of Arc and gives cavalry health bonus as well. Yeah, I am definitely going to max out Joan of Arc since I also want to have a cav march. For now, what I'm doing is Alexander and Mina, or Alexander and Cao Cao, but I think Joan of Arc will definitely be an upgrade for my setup. Now, the most common combination that we have seen is the Xiang Yu and William. Now, with the Xiang Yu and William, I don't have this, but I've seen this very successful in the battlefield. This is a very popular one to have. It also provides a significant high amount of damage and defense reduction here from Xiang Yu, and stacking abilities as well. As you can see here, his troops will gain stack of cavalry damage by 5% and marching speed negative of 10% for 10 seconds. Another stack is gained if they are surrounded. So the ability of damage that these commanders can bring in the battlefield is absolutely insane. I don't have William, but William is also another really good commander in here. It can reduce the marching speed of the opponent, allowing you to catch up. And especially being a cavalry player, you're going to be quick enough to be able to catch up and cause damage in the battlefield, in the open field. All right. So this is a commanders that is a great combination that are high DPS. Now, basically, what we can see from the commanders that are used in the Ark of Osiris, the top 5 are DPS commanders. Now, the next one is Alexander and William. And with this as well, I'm a big fan of Alexander, so I really like that combination as well. Alexander and William is a commander combination that's going to inflict a lot of damage, the same thing as the Xiang Yu and William. But as you guys can see in here, Xiang Yu and William actually have a higher win rate compared to the Alexander and William. So if you're going to make this combination, I would rather you guys to go for the Xiang Yu and William. The Joan of Arc and with the Xiang Yu with Joan of Arc only yields 47% win rate, but it has a higher appearance in there, so that could also probably sway things around in here. But I do like the Alexander Nevsky and Joan of Arc combination. Now, the last combination that we have seen is going to be Boudica and YSG. As you guys know, I do have Boudica, and only problem for me is that my Boudica is not level 60. I think I will probably get it to 60 and make it a primary commander and use it in the battlefield as a primary commander. Boudica and YSG, I think that's great. YSG is a simple commander in here. AoE damage, insane amount of buff for skill damage. Buffing Boudica in here, huge. Increased skill damage factor in here with that. The damage factor of Boudica is 2300 and increase your skill damage taken by 35% for the target and reduce its marching speed for 30 seconds. I think, this is one of the reasons why I maxed out Boudica, because Boudica is definitely a very insane commander to be used in the battlefield. This is very strong. Like I said, there is no tanks in the top 5. Most of them, or all of them, are DPS commanders. As well as a little bit of a tanking ability, as you can see. So as you can see here, Boudica also have some healing factor and increased damage towards to infantry. Its new skill increases archers' damage dealt by 10%, but when you're under in controlled effect, the troop has 80% chance to dispel them, which is really good. So Boudica, I think, is probably the ultimate meta right now for archers. That Boudica and YSG on the open field having that AoE damage and increasing Boudica's skill damage as well when it casts makes it very deadly in the battlefield. So in these battlefield or field battles, we've given you the 5 best in here that are widely used within the game and has some ratio and has a percentage. I recommend for you guys to kind of look into this a little bit deeper and invest in the process to where most of the players are using, because you have a guide here that is actually being used and with a good win rate as well. 47% win rate is very good, honestly. But it also depends on how you play in the battlefield, all right? So with that being said, rockers, we've given you 5 marches in here that you can use 5 different setups, you know, few cavalries in here and there. It is something for you to make an adjustment on your playing style on how you're going to battle in the battlefield within Rise of Kingdoms. Anyway, rockers, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys again next time.